Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Goaliedude here, and today we are going to be talking about Destiny's Beyond Light expansion. It's going to be dropping in a week, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about, like what they're going to add, what they're going to take out, and what the future holds for Destiny. So let's get right to it. Alrighty. Well, first up on the list is the new subclass that we're getting, and that is Stasis. It's one of the new elements that we're getting in Destiny's Beyond Light, and each individual character has their own specific quote unquote name for each class. So for the Titan, it's called the Behemoth, and what they can do is they can get frozen fists and all that stuff, and they can go around, they can start punching enemies and whatnot. For the hunters out there, this class is going to be called the Revenant. What you can do is you can trap and freeze enemies, which is pretty cool. With the Warlocks' new class is called the Shade Binder. What they do is they get to wield like an ice staff that when it hits an enemy, it shatters them. So, I think that it's really cool that for the first time, like ever, I was a huge Destiny 1 fan, and now finally in Destiny 2, we're finally getting like a new element that we're going to be able to play with. And who knows, with all the new exotics that come out, maybe even like some of the new weapons, some of these weapons might be exclusive to this new element called stasis, which is really cool. In some of the content that they've released, like in the videos and whatnot, we're able to see what it looks like with each individual character, and I think that it makes them all very unique in a sense. One of the other things that they're also giving us with the Beyond Light expansion is the fact that we're going to have finally a transmog system. So what you'll be able to do is if you have like a pair of armor that you really like and you like the cosmetic look of it, and you think that it's um, you know to your liking, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to take the armor or weapons even that you're currently using, and you can transmog it to make it look like that very special um, armor set that you really enjoyed. So I think that that's really cool. That's something that we have seen in other MMO style games, but it hasn't been introduced into Destiny until now. So I think that that's really cool. Um, like any expansion, big expansion that Destiny or that Bungie comes out with, we're also getting a new raid. So that'll be nice. We can kind of go in and see what the new raid is gonna look like. And from what we've seen so far, I think that it's gonna be unlike anything that we've seen before in Destiny. So I think that that's really cool. Now, another thing that they've also stated that is going to happen in year 4 is that Vault of Glass is going to be able to be played on Destiny 2. So, it kind of raises the question, with what's going to happen in the future with Destiny 2, are we going to start seeing those old raids that were originally in Destiny 1? I think that with what they've said, in 2021, the new expansion is going to be called the Witch Queen. So they do have kind of a railroad with what they're going to do in 2021, and then they also even have a railroad with what they're going to do in 2022. And that new expansion, with what we know so far, is going to be called Lightfall. So it's kind of very interesting that Bungie kind of has like that forward roadmap with what they're going to do with Destiny 2 within the next 2 years. Personally, for me, um, I think that this is huge because now that Bungie is the only company that's working on Destiny, and Activision is no longer involved, I do have to give Bungie props because I know that back like towards the expansion Forsaken, there was a there was a lot of talk about Destiny 3 and what they were going to include in Destiny 3, and now that we've kind of seen like a roadmap with what they want to do in 2021 and 2022, I give them props because um, you know obviously Destiny 2 kind of had a very strong start, and then from there it started to kind of teeter off, and a lot of people just were very unpleased with what Destiny 2 and even the devs with what they were doing to the game. It put a big sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I think that like to me as a gamer, I think that shows what Bungie is really trying to do with this game. So I think that it's very cool that they're doing that. Alrighty, well, it wouldn't necessarily be a new expansion without exotics. And some of the new exotics that we're seeing are very, very aesthetically pleasing, beautiful. Um, One of which we've seen in Destiny 1, which is the No Time to Explain. It's the pulse rifle. They're bringing it back. Another weapon that we're going to be able to see is going to be a sniper rifle. It is called the Cloud Strike, and it looks amazing. It's very Fallen esque, if that's even the right word. Very, very cool. Another weapon that we're going to be able to see is going to be a brand new sword. It's called the Laminate, and it looks amazing. Very, very purple and gold and light blue. Extremely aesthetically pleasing. And the final one that we've seen is a rocket launcher, and it's called the Salvation's Grip. And they've hinted that when you use it, it'll possibly be able to freeze people and crystallize stuff. So, very cool. Now, as far as the Titan exclusive um, armor is concerned, we're gonna. The first thing that is on the table is called the Icefall Mantle, and they look very stasis like. So that's for the Titan, and then there's also going to be a Titan exclusive helmet called the Precious Scars. Now for the Hunter's got a very cool helmet as well. It's called the Mask of Bakris, I think. I might be butchering that word. But they're also getting a new helmet as well as new gauntlets. And the new Hunter gauntlets are called, I think they're called a Thyr's Embrace. Once again, I don't know if I'm butchering the words, but um, that's what they're getting. And the Warlock is getting a new helmet and new gauntlets as well. The helmet is called the Dawn's Chorus, and the gauntlets are called the Necrotic Grip. So to me, a lot of these exotic um, kind of armor pieces, they seem like they will they will have their due diligence in being the next used items, especially for the Titan, because some of the stuff that the Titan gets is going to be incredible. It's going to be very strong, very unique in a sense that it will help out your allies. So I think that seeing these new exotics and these new exotic weapons, um, for me as a Destiny player, it's always been one of those things where like you gotta always get all the new exotics, and you gotta get every single exotic out there. So seeing this stuff, it's like, it really shows me that it's like, okay, you know what? You want to go out there and get these because these are going to be very strong. All right, so the next thing that I want to cover is what Bungie is going to be taking out of Destiny 2 with the launch of Beyond Light, and it's a pretty fair amount of stuff. They've announced that they're going to be taking out 4 planets, and those 4 planets are Titan, Io, Mercury, and Mars, and they're also going to be taking out the Leviathan raid as well as the Scourge from the Past raid. So it, this is a lot to consume. The fact that these planets are going to be taken out of the game, and those planets have been there since launch, as well as those key figures like Sloane from Titan and all that stuff. What's going to happen to those characters? Where are they going to go? Are they going to be taken to the tower and all that stuff? So it's very interesting, and Bungie has claimed that this stuff is going to be quote unquote vaulted. So what does that mean? Um, they've said that in like updates to come that they might pull back from this stuff so we can visit it later. And to me, I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, I've been a consistent Destiny 1, gamer since the release, and then, I bought Destiny 2 and have playing it ever since. And so it if you guys remember correctly, when Destiny 2 released, the outcry of what should have been in Destiny 2, all of that stuff that was in Destiny 1 should have somewhat made an appearance. And I know that a lot of gamers, including myself, were upset that Bungie and Activision at the time didn't do that. So to me, it's one of those things where they have a roadmap with what they're going to do in 2021 and 2022, with those expansions, coming out. And does that mean that within those expansions, the original Destiny 2 game that we loved in the beginning of launch, does that mean that all of that stuff that we've known to that we've known to play and grow and see, does that mean that that stuff's going to be taken away? So it's very interesting to me that they're now starting to take some stuff out, and they're quote unquote vaulting it. So for me as a gamer, it's very interesting to see this. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is something that Bungie should be doing? Now, one of the last things that I want to cover within this video is Bungie made a statement where they are assuming that within a year or two, Destiny 2 or, Destiny 3, whatever it's called at that time, what they're going to do is they're going to be able to implement a cross platform game. So that means that if you play on a PC, you'll be able to play with your friends that play on a PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox. So I think that that's something cool that they're implementing. I know that I recently made the change from PlayStation 4 to PC, which was very cool, might I add. I got to experience the cross-platform save, which was phenomenal. I didn't have to pay extra for buying Destiny on my computer, and all of my stuff was saved. So all my exotics, all my armor, all that stuff. It was fantastic. So, and also another thing to add to that, one of the things that Bungie did say is that with the new gen consoles, with the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, if you buy Beyond Light on your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox One, you'll be able to port it over to the new consoles. So I think that that is really cool. It's definitely a step in the correct direction, because we don't want to have to pay $40 for a game and then get the new consoles and have to buy the game all over again. So I think that that's very cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have on, you know, Bungie's Beyond Light, Destiny's Beyond Light. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Beyond Light is gonna be the new game that people are going to be talking about, and bringing it back, bringing Destiny back to when it originally started, where there were tons of people playing and all that stuff. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. My info is going to be right here. So, yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.